Hi, my name's Kathy Griffin. I'm currently the preservation librarian at the Mass Historical Society. I've been working here for about 35 years. There are a lot of great objects at the Mass Historical Society, so it's really hard to choose what's your favorite. I like to think I have lots of favorites, but I chose a painting by the artist Estelle Ishigo for this particular exhibition because it's a great visual object, which is always nice to have in exhibitions. And it's very unusual in terms of what exists in the Massachusetts Historical Society's collections. One of the things I sometimes do, I was inventorying a very large collection of family papers that came in, just doing a preliminary inventory. That means sort of describing in a rough format what was in the collection because it came in a lot of different boxes and containers, and there was a list that came with it that was put together by somebody who I think the family had hired to arrange the collection, but everything had gotten out of place and a little bit disorganized. And we always do our own inventory, even if there is an inventory that comes with something, because you never know. You want to make sure it's all there, basically. So I was sort of comparing that inventory that came in with what was there. And in the process of opening all these cartons and boxes and big oversized folders and all kinds of things, I just found these two paintings that were just so striking. They were very colorful and very rich, and even that doesn't come across fully in their online images. I think how textured they are. Estelle Ishigo was born on the West Coast. She was born in 1899. She went to the Otis Institute of Art and either met there or met shortly after there. This man, Arthur Ishigo, they could not get married in California because of miscegenation laws, and they went to Mexico to get married, I think in 1929. She was completely disowned by her family. She never had any dealings with them again. So she and Arthur had a decent life together, working, but they were both fired from their jobs after the bombing of Pearl Harbor, I suppose. Um, and then they were swept up in this relocation of Japanese Americans to these camps. And she, as a so-called Caucasian, did not have to go, but I think they were very much in love, which is one of the poignant things about this is that she went to this camp to stay with her husband. And so they went and they started out at one place, in Pomona, California, where they were gathering up people, and then they were all shipped off to their various camps, and they ended up the Ishigos ended up at Heart Mountain. Somehow, now Estelle was an artist already, and somehow she was recruited by the federal government, recruited her as a documentary reporter. So I think she was actually asked to make these drawings. February 19th is an anniversary date for Japanese Americans or for anybody who's interested in the Japanese American incarceration camps, because on February 19th, 1942, President Roosevelt signed, I think it's Executive Order 9066, and that was to order all the Japanese Americans or Japanese residents on the West Coast had to be moved out off the West Coast. So they were moved into what were called relocation centers. But why I liked the paintings was that they were just so striking examples of what life was really like or felt like to this woman in the camps. But Estelle's story is complicated and sad, but her works are this amazing documentation of what her particular incarceration camp experience was like at Heart Mountain.